the last great frontier. Maybe, I don't know, Alaska. It's cold up there, that's why I got my jacket on, and they got ice glaciers. We're going to cruise Alaska. It's not just a cruise, it's a journey. The ovation of the seas. We are going cruising. And where are we going while we're cruising in Alaska? Juneau. Yes, I know, it's Juneau. It is the largest capital in the United States of America. You're gonna see orcas, you're gonna see humpback whales, you're gonna see them sea dogs, you're gonna see the sea sails, you're gonna see everything up in Juneau, because Juneau. Have you ever been dog sledding? You get on the back of the sled. Or you're down like this right here. You like this right here. There's a country song that says, if I never get to see the Northern Lights, I bet you go on this cruise, you're gonna get to see the Northern Lights.
Morning, Alliance Nation. We are geared up and ready to go for the activity call, and my name is Stephen Handy, but I have the honor of introducing our President and CEO, Andy Albright. Everyone give him a hand. Let's go!
All righty then. Hello, folks. How are y'all doing? I don't know if they see something different than what I see. All right. I think it's a good idea if you're talking to people on the phone, you put a mirror in front of you and see what you look like. And if you're ever on Zoom, you should look at yourself. So in case you're doing something stupid, or have a terrible expression on your face, then you could fix it. Yep. Just a heads up. One tip free. You paid for the next 56 minutes, but that was free. Look at Soto's picture. Oh, he changed it. Put your silly picture back up there one time so we can see it. All right, now we need you back. You see that? That's not terrible. So y'all can't see it behind me. You can see it, yeah, but you can see it better back there because it's bigger. Right. Gotcha. All right. But that's a good tip right there, Veray. Veray, unmute your speaker thing there.
How's it going?
It's going fantastic. How are you going?
I'm doing good. Got my eggs. Doing good.
Got your what?
I got my eggs.
Oh, you just made me hungry. Got my eggs. Got my coffee. I got my coffee. This is Hinman CEOs. This is a guy who sponsored Maryland's entrepreneur school. So I did the entrepreneur school with NC State, but Hinman is apparently a lot richer than me, based on their school. But we did go up there to look at it to see what a badass entrepreneur school looks like. You know that I heard that Babson was the best entrepreneurial school in the world to go to. Do you know about this? Mm-hmm. So I'm reading, I want to say this book, or maybe it's not this book, but I think it's this book. And it said Babson was the greatest entrepreneur. So I was like, well, they must be pretty good. And then I've heard it a couple other places. I like entrepreneurial kids, whether it's insurance or undercover colors, or I'm talking to one next week. They're doing videos inside of surgery, and to keep the doctors from getting lawsuits somehow. And I was thinking, I might invest in that one. But I like entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have to work through stuff. And I'm talking to you, Beret, and your eggs. They have to work through stuff nonstop. It's a game that I've learned to, I love it. Okay. But it is a game, like it's like a Rubik's Cube, but it's more hard than Rubik's Cube. Not saying that Pursuit of Happiness guy is dumb or anything, because he could do the Rubik's Code. What's his name? Huh? Will Smith is the actor.
Chris Gardner.
Chris Gardner is the human being that did it. He can do it at the same time with one hand. Like he can do a Rubik's Cube here and a Rubik's Cube here. If you could do business like that, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that. Because you deal with these people, and they're squirrely. You think they're going to move this way, and they move that way. You know what I'm saying? And I've got a tip for you that'll make your life easier, Beret. Everybody thinks that what they're doing is the exact right way to do it for them. Okay, like look at Jake's shirt. Look at Jake's shirt and Jake's shirt. Both of them are Jake's, and look at that style. Now you go over here to Bill and look at that style, and then you look at, you see what I'm saying? And then you look at Soto, right? Every one of them think that that's the way to do it. They're not thinking, I'm an idiot. Look at the way I'm going to dress today, or look at the way I cut my hair today. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking, I wonder if anybody's going to get mad at me for being so stupid or being so asinine or contradictory or unappreciative. What they're thinking is they're exactly appreciative, the exact right amount for what you've done for them. Does that make sense? Yeah. How many of you almost want to call bullshit on me saying that, going like, bullshit, they know how stupid they are. Bullshit, they know they're ungrateful. That's what you think. But I'm just telling you, they don't think they're ungrateful. They think they're grateful to the exact degree that you deserve for them to be grateful to you. Does that just blow your mind? Because I'll have to remind myself of that. I'll be like, they think they're right, right? You know what I mean? Because if they were doing it on purposely wrong and purposely arrogant and purposely dressing stupid, you'd be mad at them, right? Yeah. But when you think, well, at least they think they're doing it right, now you don't get at least I don't get as mad at them. But then they hate it when you laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think it's comical. Because they're like mad or something, you're like, and they don't think it's funny. I have also found this, Beret. The more residual income I have coming in, the easier I laugh at about everything. I don't know if that's become the case with you.
Not yet.
Seriously? Not yet?
But the more residual income that
the more money I have in a bank account, than you, that would be. That's right. You don't have that much residual. You just have a little bit in a bank account. So for you, I would say, have you noticed the more money you have in the bank account, the more funny things are? Like things that used to make you mad might make you smile.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you not noticed that, or have you noticed that?
No, I've definitely noticed that.
Listen to this story. I think I can tell a story without getting in big dookie trouble. A person that we know just put their dog in the pound. Let me tell you why. Because the dog was scared of a storm and chewed the door up. If you have no money, or if you're very, very tight, is that the word? Tight as two coats of paint. Don't use that other analogy. That is not an analogy to use on TV. If they're tight, you shouldn't even know what that analogy is. You shouldn't be laughing so hard. You're all churchy and everything. I think it's funny that church people know stuff that they shouldn't know. You know what I mean? So if you're tight, if you're extremely stingy with your money, you put the dog in the pound, right? But if you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'd be like, door to door all to hell. Look, hello. No, I don't even call Justin. I don't even like to talk to Justin. I mean, I like Justin, but I don't like talking to him. I go, tell Justin to fix that door. Jane tells Justin to fix that door. You know what I'm saying? And then Jane thinks of a way to keep him from tearing it up again. She's genius like that. Genius like that. It's unbelievable how she'll come up with something to fix something. You know what I mean? And I don't care because of the money. You see what I'm saying, Beret? So other people don't have that situation, so they're more uptight. So when you laugh at them or the situation, they don't find it as funny. So don't laugh at them, okay? Remember the title. The question I get most is, how do you get people to move? How do you get people to do anything? I get that all the time. And I know the answers to it, and I'm going to try to get them to you, but even after I give them to you, you got to figure out how to make them work, okay? So let me tell you this. What you can do for your children, says Tim Goad, it probably came from Brian Tracy or Bill Britt or Dexter, one of his heroes, but Bill, he says this all the time. He'll say, the only thing you can do for your children is provide opportunity and set the example, okay? So, you see what I'm saying? So, a lot of people are trying to get somebody else to move, and they ain't moving. See the problem? Tell me the problem.
Yeah.
What's that?
They're not leading.
Okay, they're not leading by example. Right. You're pretty quick with that. What are you, a Roberts or something? That's the back of Robert's head, if y'all didn't notice. Not the older Roberts, but the younger. Okay. So, opportunity example. So, the first thing to do is self-examine. Am I doing it? And do they see you doing it? Like if you do it in secret, that's not the same thing, right? My daddy said, a sad dog don't wag his own tail. What does that mean, Mr. Denver, Colorado, high places?
A sad dog doesn't wag his own
tail. Sad dog don't wag his own tail.
It means he's not getting the recognition.
What does that mean? Lunch? Homeschooler?
Homeschool?
Did you homeschool?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. Huh?
That was Jacob.
Christian school? Well, then, lunch. Lunch, man. My apologies. Not that would be a criticism.
So the sad dog is not wagging his tail. Like a happy dog can wag his tail.
A happy dog is going to wag his tail. So what does that mean?
So sad dog's just not, he's got nothing.
Take it from dogs to people.
Okay. So if we had a great day, book 10 appointments, I'm fired up about it, I'm going to tell somebody about it.
That's it. Wag your tail. Wag your tail. Wagging your tail is a true thing, though. Paul Miller is one of my heroes. Stand-up play. Let me show you how he said. He said, when you come in the room and you see your upline, Soto, I'm telling you how to get people to move, and boss. I'm telling you the truth. This stuff is real. This is how you get people to move. Let's say he's my upline. Okay? Watch me come into the room. Y'all can. Well, I'll come in the room from right here. Yeah, there you go. So I come in the room. Here's the way you got to do it. You ready? When you see them, you go. Like that right there. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. You see how that works? Okay. Because when you're downline, they're going to do what you do. And if you do like this, when you see your upline, you be like, stop. That's the way you're going to do you. You see how we're not coming together?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What'd I tell you? What's the two things you can do for your kids? Example and opportunity. You give them this, like this right here when you see them right here. And the people will do this. They'll do this. They'll do this. They'll do this for about a day. And then they quit doing it. I see it, and I go, all right, I'm going to tell them how to do that again. You say, Albright, do you do that? Have you ever seen me around Brian Adams, Brian Tracy, John Maxwell, president of Foresters? I will beat the freaking door down to get to him when I see him. Like, if you ain't seen that, you're not watching me. And here's what people say to me. I'm doing exactly like you do. You can grab a seat. But you see what I'm saying? Provide example and set opportunity. People are going to copy you. Does that make sense? I want to do it like this. I want to tell you what I should do, and you do it. That's what I want to do. Who agrees with that? That's what I want to do. Tell you downline what to do, and then they do it. You not do it, but tell them, and then you not do it. That's what I want to do. What's that guy in the Bible said? I want to do all the things that I ain't supposed to do, and I don't want to do the things I'm supposed to do. Who's that? I'm Paul. That's what I want to do. All the things I ain't supposed to do, and the things I'm supposed to do, I don't want to do them. How many of y'all just feel the same way? You better raise your hand. You'd be lying. You can listen to this question. Do you want to do the things you ain't supposed to do and not do the things like what you want to do? Like, I try to make you say nothing. No, I want to do the right thing. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. Unfortunately, that's not what you do. I do what I'm supposed to do, not what I want to do. Does that make sense? You say, well, you ain't perfect. Don't start your shit. Okay? I'm so clear on that. I was telling somebody this morning, if my wife had corrected me one more time last night, whoo! I was just looking there, I was like, I can't take it. I'm going to lose it. And to be sure, she was accurate in what she was saying, you understand? It didn't make me mad that she was wrong, I just didn't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right, so example and opportunity, that's big. All right, now, also, dream it, believe it, achieve it. Write that down. Believe it, dream it. No, dream it, believe it, and achieve it. That's typically the way it works. Imagination, and then you start believing it's real, and then you usually do it. You can do it. Does that make sense? Seldom do people wake up rich that didn't try. It happens. It's called lottery. Right? Yeah. But you had to buy the lottery ticket at least. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom does an uncle die and leave you $1 billion or even 10,000. Right? It happens, but very seldom. Like, most of the time it's dream it, believe it, and achieve it. So if you want to get this guy moving or that girl moving, you got to get them to dream, believe, and then do. Does that make sense? How do you get people to dream? Well, I take them to nice steak dinners, places they've never been before. Like, I don't want to insult anybody, but someone was talking about something the other day, and I was thinking, I remember the last time they were bragging about where they went, and I was like, I remember the last time I went to one of them. I ain't never going there again. But it was funny because they had somebody dreaming. They had somebody dreaming at the place they took them. And I was looking at that place going, I'll never go there again. I remember last time I went to one of them places. But they got them to dream to that level. You with me? That's one way to do it. You can go set in a Mercedes. You can, I love to let kids set in my Ferrari. We had, the heck. What's Chris Long's little boy's name? Decker? Riker. He went and sat in a jet. Now he's saving all his money up to buy a jet when he gets big. Right? Ain't that crazy, though? Until he dreams, what is he saving his money for? Right? But now he's dreaming, and he's set in one. You know what I'm saying? It's dream it. We're going to keep saying his name. Right? Dream it, believe it, and achieve it. So get them to dream. You got to get them to think. Okay? This is a big deal. I do want to tell you this. This goes hand in hand. Veray, does this make any sense?
Yes, it's making
sense. When people that y'all hire are satisfied where they are, it's going to be damn hard to get them to believe and achieve.
Right.
You got to spend time talking about what is. Here's what this is something Goad would say, and this is what leadership gurus say. John Maxwell says this. You got to tell them what it's going to be like when they get there. You see what I'm saying? Paint a picture. What it's going to be like when you get there. I love the story of Spencer tearing a $5,000 screen up because he got angry and me not getting mad. Let me tell you something. You ain't got no money, that'll make you mad. I don't know what you'd be doing with a $5,000 screen if you had no money, but people like that with their white carpet. Kids spill stuff on the white carpet, they get all mad. I'm like, calm down, it's an accident. Well, it messed up my white carpet. Oh, so it's about your money. Like, why would you get mad about that? Right? Because it's about your money. It ain't about the kid. It's an accident. No, he knows better. You know better too. You ought to see my toenail right now. I stumped it. It's an accident. I didn't mean to do it. You tracking with me? All right. But these two things go together. This is, you're a fisherman more than you are a baker. You're a fisherman more than you are a woodworker. You're a hunter more than you are a car builder. So when you're getting someone to move, a lot of it is finding more than making. Okay? Now the next thing I'll tell you is work is how you find. Okay, so people say, so finding them is all it is. No. Opportunity, example, dream, believe, achieve. Well, that's all it is. No. It's not just dream, achieve, and believe. Dream, that one. It's not just dream, believe, and achieve. And it's also not just set the example and opportunity. A lot of it's who you're dealing with. So you're a fisherman, okay? Now, fisherman. What does fisherman look like? When I was a department manager, that's right, I was a department manager at Irwin Mills. Bobby Wood worked for me. He's my first shift supervisor. And Bobby Wood said, you want to go fishing with me? I said, I don't know, Mike. Catch any fish? He said, yeah, I went fishing, didn't I? I said, yeah. And I asked somebody, I said, does he catch all them fish? He said, yeah. You ever went with him? I said, no. They said, don't go. I said, why? He said, he fishes the whole time. I was like, well, ain't what you go for? He said, no, I go fishing to relax, drink a beer, eat a sandwich, enjoy the view. You're not going to do that with Bobby Wood. That jerk's going to be fishing. I said, what do you mean? He'd be like, you with me? He'd be fishing. See, what most people do, they're going to eat a beer. I loved Brian Tracy Wednesday. I was about to pee on myself, and I saw broke people in my mind, in my imagination eye. They were bored out of their freaking mind. And I was about to jump out of my skin. You with me? Thank God Mike Maurici was about to jump out of his skin, because I thought to myself, Mike Maurici, I hope he's about to jump out of his skin. And then he texted me some information later on, and I was like, yeah, he was listening. But what I love that Brian Tracy said is, I can't remember, I talked so much I forgot what it was going to say that I love. But it had to do with, what did he say? It had to do with when you get up in the morning, start working on what you're trying to do. Right? But how did he say it? It was hilarious. He had me, huh? Yeah, eat the frog is a way. He said it 8 different ways. What did you say?
He said not to wake up and play.
Speak up. They can't hear you.
He said not to wake up and immediately play.
That's it. Most people go to work to play with their friends. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Right? Most people wake up to play, which is fine. Most people go fishing to play. See what I'm saying? Keep in mind, this is how you get people to move. You find somebody that's movable. You see what I'm saying? You find any stationary, not on a log piece of, well, they're humans created in God's image, but they're not that good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to do anything. You've got to find. So when you go to find, get to work. I see people walk by an Uber driver like they're their driver. They're not your driver. They're your next agency manager. What is wrong with you? I want to grab you and shake you. You with me? And I say something to them. I'm like, hey, man, You a hell of an Uber driver. I need somebody Uber drive like you drive, and you're an Uber driver. Hello. So anyway, what kind of work you do besides this? They go, well, I'm a DJ. Oh, whoever's in the car with me. Oh, I'm a DJ too. I'm like, I started this conversation. Sit your quiet ass back down. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all some people like that in a bar? You know what I mean? You go say something to a pretty girl, and she says something back, and then your friend starts talking to her, hey, bitch, hey. You see what I'm saying? Like, I started the conversation. You're not going to jump in and tell her you got a doggy also. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey, you look like you can say your dog. I see your bracelet has a doggy on it. Do you love doggies? Yeah, I've got a spaniel. I got a spaniel. Shut up! I'm talking. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they come to something, scats. Look at that thing! Hey, you do that for a day. Next time you see me, what's up, Albright? Okay. Me and Jane hired an 18-year-old. Nice guy. What's his name? Michael hired his mommy, Annie Marie, redhead with freckles. And she hired her friend, is this right? Adam Katz, yep. Who was his fellow school teacher.
Yep.
And when we met them, they both, I said, well, why did you become teachers? We love helping people. And why did you pick UNCG?
Yeah.
And they said, well, they gave us teacher fellows. I said, wait, scholarship? Because you're smart. And then I was like, don't drool on them. And they're so cute, okay? This is when they were younger. They're so cute, just like they are now, but it was just a younger cute. So I was like, oh, don't drool on them, right? Because they're so sharp and smart. It's a lot easier to deal with a higher level person. You with me? And not that Mike wasn't higher level, but he just was way immature. And then mommy she married a guy that had some money, right? So she wasn't going to do nothing. And he wasn't interested because he was like, had money, and not Adam Katz kind of money now, but back then kind of money. He was administrative job at the school system. So I found him, and that's who built it. See, in other words, you find ones that are capable and want to. Does that make sense? It's very difficult to climb a fence leaning towards you. See, if you're trying to get if a fence, you're trying to get your feet on it, it's leaning, because you'll swing down. And now you can't get your feet on it. It's hard to kiss a girl leaning away from it because you see what I'm saying? And trying to get somebody to do something they don't want to do. Make sense? Now, when a person is drowning, right? Very difficult to save them. Why? Because they will hurt you. Like if you jump in for a drowning person, the first thing they're going to do is hit you. You say, why would they hit you? I don't know. Look at the way they're moving, drowning. They're like, ah! And then you step under one of them wailing arms, and then that arm hits you. I always say, give them a minute. Let them go over under a couple times, and then go in and get them. Let them get their mind right. That's what I say. But here's what the professionals say. The professionals say, throw them one of those round float things or stick a stick in there and let them hold on to that. That's what the professionals say. The professionals don't say go over there and get the hell beat out of you with the wailing arms. You with me? So what I do is I just slowly walk over and get the float and throw it to them. That way that way people don't realize you're letting them get their mind right. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, this is how to get people moving. Okay? Now, I wrote down energy, enthusiasm, and expectation, because those are things I would say you're going to need. Attitude was my fourth one. That was a bonus round. Okay? But then as I thought about it, I came back to these other things I've told you about. Opportunity example, dream it, believe it, and achieve it, getting them to dream it. How do you get them to dream it? How do you get them to believe it? Let me tell you this one, Soto. Or I might tell this to Bill. I think I'm going with Bill. Okay, y'all just can listen. If I had this guy say to me just recently, I don't want to make People get mad when you do examples. I've had more than one person quit. They'll be like, "You're talking about me." I was talking about somebody else. You happen to be exactly like them. But I was talking about them, not you. And he was like, "Oh, okay. I ain't going to quit then." I said, "Well, then take your resignation back." You know? One time I told my cousin, he used to think I was always talking about somebody else. I said, "From now on, just assume I'm talking about you because I am. I use you in all my examples." He got all mad. He's laughing right now. He remembers that day. That was not a good day in my life. It was not a good day in his life. Lisa was sitting right beside me. He was in the back seat, and I was in my Jaguar that I bought after I hired Joyce, Sally. Ain't it crazy? Like, that I remember that? And I remember it was in the Jag that I bought from Joyce Sally. So Joyce Sally was a girl that I met one day, and I saw her as my next agency manager. She didn't become an agency manager, but she sold insurance for, I don't know, 5-6 years. She was making approximately $16,000 a year with 4 jobs. She's not lazy. She's just not a genius when it comes to, like, if Jesse James, she would have robbed a Quickie Mart, not the banks. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you rob a Quickie Mart? Every time I see somebody's arrested, I'm like, what are they thinking? You know what I mean? And so, but she never built an agency. She just, hey, listen, same guy that said what I'm getting ready to say, said this too. You got to get them making money or they're going to quit. Let me tell you something. That is not a genius strategy. Just said this to me. Well, first of all, his people are making money. And second of all, that ain't got nothing to do with whether people stay or not. Right. Let me tell you something. Everybody going to quit. No. You're going to die. Or you're going to win a lottery. Or you're going to marry a rich girl. You see, anything happen. You with me? People going to quit. No, Andy, you shouldn't feel like that. Yes, you should. Get underneath them and get 2 big legs. That way, you got a whole 2 big organizations if they die. Does that make sense? Get them making money. Okay, but here's what this guy was. I was going to tell you, Bill. And so he said to me, he says, my 2 heroes in this business, they're salespeople, are Jedi ninja people. And I thought to myself, are you talking about the same 2 people that I know? And I was talking to one of them this morning. I said, hey, he thinks you're a Jedi magic trick person. When I see you, I think, if I had to start selling again, I know damn well I could do it because you could do it. That's what I'm thinking. But he thinks they're a Jedi magic trick. And I'm looking at him going like, I could write $40,000 a month. I know if I you know what I'm saying? How does Terry Edwards say it? Oh, hell no. Hell no. That's the way he says it. I thought he was going to be on here. I know I'm looking for him. I don't see him. He said, oh, hell no. It cracks me up. There's 2 of me and not one of Terry Edwards. That makes me really nervous. The screen I'm looking at, I don't know if y'all see 2, but that is not good. I can't hardly take one of me. I know y'all can't take 2. Y'all fix that technology, people.
One of them is this camera and one of them is that camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, tech man. Okay. So this guy thinks that his people got to start selling when they quit. Okay? So think about how hard it is for him to get people moving. Okay? Because let me tell you something. I've seen y'all. Before I saw y'all, like when I joined the company, I saw some of those people, and I thought to myself, you dumb, but by God, Albright, I think you can do what they can do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice about it, but I mean, no offense to those of you that look like you can't open up a cereal box. You know what I'm saying? But I always look at it like, my God, this is the easiest freaking thing. It's got to be easy. Okay. So what I'm telling you here is belief. If you think I'm a Jedi magic trick person, or you think Megan Wood is superior human being, or you think Mark Hutchinson, or you think Clay, I'm going like, really? Like as in belief. If you don't believe anybody can do it, walk with me and let me introduce you some of my top people. You say, Andy, you're putting them down. No. I'm putting down the ability to do, D-O, the ability to do. You with me? Like, let me tell you something. Argentino Apollo, y'all don't know who he is, but he was WWE before WWE was WWE. Don Kernodle, my buddy. Y'all don't know, my buddy went to see Jesus, and he caused it. I hate that. But he became a WWE. He was a 4-time world heavyweight champion of the world. That's what when you say the world heavyweight and then say of the world. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I thought to myself, like, I followed him around one day, him and Rick Lawson, which is his buddy Wally, that's his brother, and they had money falling out of their pockets. And me and my brother was falling around picking up that money, and I thought to myself, these jokers make a lot of money. But I am not going to get the hell beat out of me like they do for money. But I was thinking about it. I never for once thought, I could never do that. I was thinking, all I got to do is get fat. You know what I mean? Like, get huge, you know. Back then, you had to weigh a certain amount, but Argentino Apollo, he wasn't no bigger than you. So I don't know how he did it, but he did get the snot beat out of him, Bo. They'd sling him around like a rag doll. You see, what I'm telling you is, I'm talking about belief, right? I don't believe that I could be an NBA player. It's going to be hard for me to tell you you can become one. Does that make sense? Belief is huge. So, Andy, how do you believe something you don't believe? Well, I read this book one time. It was about how to fall in love with your wife. And it said that you get a lot of reasons, like you take a book like get you a book like this right here. It's a war room book of mine that I paid $45,000 for. I wish I hadn't wrote that check, but at least I got a book. Oh, what was I thinking? I thought if I write this check, I'll be a genius. I was just broker. But I can tell that story forever. You see what I'm saying, Ray?
Gold mine.
Huh?
That's like gold mine.
What do you mean it's a gold mine?
That's what on the plane you said to me. If it goes bad, let's hang tell a story.
It's a story I can't tell yet, but one day I'll tell you. Chris knows about it. Chris said, this is going to be a great story one day if you get ripped off. And I was like, yeah, it'll be funny as everything. Chris thought it. You thought it was funny that I thought it would be funny.
Yeah,
They can't hear you.
on the side of it.
Come here.
Well, I don't know how much I can tell them.
Yeah, just stay high level. Stay at 45,000 like we were when we had this conversation.
The one side of the plane thought it was a bad idea, and the other side of the plane thought it was a good idea.
What I'm doing or did.
I was on the side that was a good idea, and you asked me why, and I said because like in normal people money, that's only like what, $1? I said so. Yeah, I'd risk $1 for that, but when that was the part. But then you said, and if it goes bad, it'll be a really good story.
It'll be a great story.
I was like, huh?
That's the same thing when you got money, everything becomes funnier, right? So to fall in love, what you do, and another guy did this, a friend of mine did this, he wrote down every day he would write something else good about his wife in there. He'd write down like, first, she's purty. Second of all, she got straight teepees. And third of all, she ain't all that fat. And fourth of all, this is what Cleveland Claire said. But you know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what I'm saying? So you write down, so you fill the book up. And what that'll do is, see, because there's always something that ain't perfect, right? Because they're humans. Well, Goat gets mad when I say this. So I'm not going to say it to y'all either. I don't want y'all mad at me. But, so you have a lot of reasons. Now, what this guy did is he gave it to his wife for Christmas, and it was slam full of all the good things about her, and she was all happy, and he was way back more in love than he had ever been. So getting your belief is writing down the reasons. You see what I'm saying? Like it's called, I hate to break this to you, but it's work. In my last one, I said emotions. I said energy, enthusiasm, expectation, emotions, your attitude. How dumb would it be for a person to spread negative, say anything bad to their pyramid? How dumb would it be to have doubt about how easy it is to your downline? How dumb would that be?
Yeah.
Right? It'd be like dumber than dumb. A dumber dog dookie. Y'all with me? How bizarre is that? So you WORK own your belief system, and then you want people to see your belief. It's got to be in the public, wag your tail. Set the example. I love examples. I love to parade Megan and Sarge, Rob Wilson, and Brant Swindell, and Mark Hutchinson, and Michelle Alleman to go right off stage. You're like, you know what I'm saying? That's wagging your own tail. Make sense? My team out there in Denver loves Rory Bean. We love Rory Bean. Get up and wag his tail. You with me? Ariel will be patting him while he's wagging his tail, you know. Okay, you see how is this helping anybody at all?
Yes.
Like, somebody just asked me, yeah, so this guy's belief system's jacked up. I mean, he sees these two as gurus. I'm like, if you think those two are gurus, first of all, you need your head examined. You need to, and second of all, now these two gurus, they're probably like, we are gurus. Yeah, you are not gurus. If you think, what about them? Do you think they're gurus too? And I'm like, come up here. Do you think he's a guru too? Think he's a guru? Like, really? So I always watch stuff like that and to grow my belief system. I tell you something else I do. It's whenever I'm like me and Jane getting ready to go to Jamaica, when there'll be a beautiful sight, a restaurant, or an atmosphere, I always do like this. What I want to do is take a Tupperware box and scoop up some of the atmosphere and put a top on it and take the atmosphere home with me so that whenever I get depressed and want to say something stupid and spread negative about disbelief, I just open that thing up and close it back. And I remember what it's going to look like, smell like, and be like if I don't do something stupid. Does that make sense? So what I do, I don't mean like poo-poo. I mean like what I do activate when I'm in that atmosphere, I go like this. What I'm trying to do is lock in how fired up and how unbelievable I think it is. So that when I'm talking to one of them people, you know, they walk among us. So when I'm talking to one of those people that walk among us, I don't lose my mind. And shoot them. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying? Like I go, oh. Jake, am I helping you, bro?
If you're talking to me, yes, Andy, you're blowing my mind right now. Energy, enthusiasm, expectation. Yeah, that's what I need to work on. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. If you ever shoot anybody, shoot them with something like this right here. Straight Mexican tequila. That right there. 100% agave. Just want to be clear. Okay. All right. So when we go to these meetings, we're all lining up to do as we're getting out of our house. By the way, COVID was over a year ago. We just getting around to it the second year. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We got to go. We got to wake up. I was telling someone this morning, I think the organization's waking up. When we wake up, let's walk in that room. By the way, I don't know nobody rich that when they walk in the room, you don't sit there and go like, that sucker believes what he's doing. Like when John Maxwell walks in, you know, Tim Goad walks in. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, they got that walk. And then here's what people say to me. They go like, well, everybody straightens up and pays attention when you're in the room. What do they do when you are in the room? Well, they start playing. Oh, that's what you generated. Playing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In other words, at phone team, are you one of them that make phone calls? You remember when you fish? When you phone team. But that's what Brian Tracy say. They come to phone team to play. Right? Well, we got to have fun, Andy. We're going to have fun tonight. It's Zach Brown, baby. Woohoo! Woohoo! Our suite is dead center, front and center, baby. Bring us some drink. It's going to be awesome. You with me? Right here, by the way, I do have fun when I'm making phone calls. Like, you wouldn't believe it. I'll be like laughing, hanging up on them, talking crazy, walking around. I make the most boring thing fun because I like fun. Matter of fact, I said we're going to design our company, have fun, make money, make a difference. Y'all know that ain't what I started, right? Y'all know how I started, right? Have fun, make money, eat good, right? Yes. That's how I got so fat. And what's his name? Tim Goad said make a difference. I was like, all right, we'll use that. Sounds better. Sounds more, what do you call it? What do I call it? A moral high horse. It puts us on our moral high horse. I do want to change people's lives. After we have fun, make money, get something good to eat, then let's make a difference. But you can't have four things. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. Right? You know? I got some friends in India. I couldn't have wrote them check when I had no money, but I got some money. I wrote them check. You know what I'm saying? I sent them $30,000. I thought it was 25. I looked at it as 30. I was showing somebody on WhatsApp. I ain't spending the money before I got no money. You with me? Yeah. So that's wrong. All right, whatever. Is that wrong biblically? To save yourself first and then help some other people?
You got to save yourself first before you help other people.
It won't work the other way, will it? Because if you die, you can't help them.
Well, you can't tell them about heaven if you don't know you're going to heaven.
You can't tell them about heaven if you don't know you're going to heaven?
I don't know what you would tell them.
I don't know what you would tell them. I don't know if y'all can hear Chris. I'm repeating what he's saying. I like to check my biblical stuff. I don't be out of line with the Bible in too many ways. In too many ways. To be clear. Nobody's perfect. Hey, these are some people that are almost perfect. Megan Woods submitted 34 applications this week. Woohoo! Megan, I do think you're a guru Jedi person. Lenoris Washington. I see Mr. Davies. I ain't sure if he's on. I see Mr. Morisi. Lenoris Washington. I don't know. Somebody look up Norris Washington. See if I think she's. I don't know who it is. See what they look on. Stalk them for me. And they're on Davies' team. Wrote 6 applications this week. Nina, who is with child in 2 ways, wrote 22 applications this week. Y'all see her as a Jedi. Woohoo! Yay! Woo! 22 apps. Way to go, Nina. And Prince, I call him. Kyle. Robert Wilson did 10 for $13,900. Should I tell you that Lenoris was $19,000 in premium submitted? Stephen Davies did 5.
That is Lenoris.
He does look like a stud.
Mm-hmm. That was he did 41,000.
He did 41,000 last month. He's brand new. Somebody fly him in, all expense paid. I like him. How you know you like him? I'm a mathematical wizard. Physics. I'm a physics guy. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Is Tyler here today?
No.
Is he upstairs?
He's running business.
Huh?
He's out running business.
He's out running business. He wrote 4 apps last week.
Woohoo!
And put in 50 hours at the campus.
Woohoo!
And turned in 4 apps. I just want him to stand here and go, do y'all think he is a Jedi wizard? What I want to do. Because if you do, we're going to send him to your office and train. He is so funny.
You have a good time.
Y'all know he's married to Robbie's sister?
Yep.
Y'all know that? Tyler Woodall is married to Robbie's sister. We are big on networking and hiring family here. Olga Mathis turned in 6. Eric Fuller, brand new. Did he answer my text back? Look on there and see if he answered my text back. Tell him I'm talking about him too. You ready? Mr. Public School. Jake Krause and Belle Krause. Which one of y'all wrote 2 applications last week? Was it Jake or Belle? I'm just guessing.
That was me, Andy.
It was you. You do look like a Jedi. A real white hair, white. Jerry Burbage, my boy. I love Jerry. I got him and Cassie up the other day. We were down in I don't know where we're on. Where is it? Charleston? No, Savannah. They drove up, like, I don't know, however it is from Charleston to Savannah. They were cracking me up. I love them. They are, I mean, they're going to mess people up. 9 applications for $10,000 in a week.
Ooh,
See, that to me, that's just unbelievable belief.
It's Jerry's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Jerry! Woo! And we quit looking at all them daggum gifts you're getting, making us jealous. All right. CVS, Megan Wood, 2 apps. Diana C. I bet you that's Castile. She wrote 2. And Ubet Witherspoon. How'd you like your name? What if your name was You Bet? I love that name. Anytime somebody said something to me, I'd be like, you bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? You bet. Did he answer me back? No. Why you no answer me back? All right. Top recruiters. Andy Riddle recruited 5. Mathis. There's Jason. Jason, let me tell you something. Ain't none of them people going to do nothing. You got to get underneath them. All of them going to quit. You got to get underneath them.
Yes,
Remember
sir.
the subject of, have you seen this to be true in the past?
In the words of Terry Edwards, hell yes.
Good job on putting 3 more in. Gus and Mercedes put 3 in. So here's the question. How do you get depth? Because people say, how do we get depth? Like, how do we get people? They don't want to build a team. Who asked them to build a team? That's like you're not married, are you? You did meet some cute girl. Don't say you want to marry me in the first sentence. That is not the thing to do. You want to build a team? It'll be fun. You want to marry me? It'll be fun. Does that make sense? Or, I got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
That one might work.
That one might work. It won't work. You're young. I don't know. It might work. Never mind. It might work. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You understand what I'm telling you is, if you say you want to build a team, it's a little too fast. Does that make sense? And then your energy and enthusiasm and excitement and how much they like you has a lot to do with if they'll build a team. I don't care if they build a team. I'm just trying to find somebody under them. Just one person. I say things, I have energy, enthusiasm, expectation. I set the example. I provide opportunity, and I work. I dream it. I believe it. All these things. But here's what I do. Let me just boil it down. I say things like, so have you said anything to anybody else about this meeting? I mean, about this thing we're doing? And they always go, yes or no. If they say no, I say, you told your wife? I do it like that. You told your wife? You told your daddy? Tell your mama? Boyfriend? Nobody? Well, I told my boyfriend. Well, what did he say? Well, he said he said he takes a lot of money in insurance. I said, let's call him. Let's talk to him. See how I got somebody? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get them to build a team. I'm trying to get under them. Does that make sense? It's called work. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I got to get under them because they're going to quit. Right? So you're negative. No, I'm positive. I'm positive they're going to quit. Does that make sense? Yeah. They're going to die. They're going to get hit by a train. They're going to marry somebody rich. They're going to win a lottery. They're going to, their wife's going to tell them they can't go out at night. How many of y'all leaders have had, other people are watching y'all, leaders have people come to you and say, my wife said that I can't go out and sell at night. After work, I have to come straight home. How many of y'all think it's because she's had problems with him before going out after work. I'm telling you, I've done this so many times. It's crazy. In the last 31 years, what we've seen, okay? But if you've already hired his daddy does not have the same restrictions because his wife died. So he's single. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Your odds double when you hire their wife, their sister, their cousin. You say, Andy, how'd you figure the math out so quick? I'm like that. You went from one person to two. Now you get three, baby. Whoa, the odds are astronomically better than you, or 300% better than they originally were. I'm not sure if that's mathematically correct, but it's way better. You understand, Marcus? And let me tell you something else. Typically, people hire people like them, or worse. Seldom do they hire people better than them. It happens. That's how I've got a lot of success. I've hired people that are way better than me. Spiritually, mentally, and physically better than me. I love those people. But I learned this when I was 27, that if I hired people at my level or below, I was never going to have that big a business. So I try to hire people at a higher level than me. But most people hire people at their level or below. Okay? I suggest you hire people better than you. You too. You too. You too. Okay? Better than you. Does that make sense? All right. So what was I going to say? Better than you, not worse. Oh, so if you have somebody like Bill, go do him. Hey, Bill, how many of your upline quit? 1, 2. Just one? Only one?
Yep, just one. Yep.
What's his name? Miles or something?
Miles.
That joker's sharp as a deadgum tack.
I stay in contact with him. He's a police officer now.
You ought to recruit him back. That's what happened to
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
That's what happened to. But see how I did that? Immediately recruit him back. That's the way I think. You with me? You think Bill's going to die? Quit only if Ashley tells him tells him to. But if she tells him, he's out. Does that make sense? He'd be like, no. I don't know. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I'm just negative like that or positive like that. So I'm immediately going to get him. Now, I know this. The more he gets people in, the more he's likely to want to stay and try to fight off whatever illness or negativity comes his way. Does that make sense? People fight for it. And that joker's sharp. But watch this. When I saw him, I can't remember if it was the first time or second time, when I saw Bill, I was like, because I was thinking to myself, this joker's sharp. You with me? So if you have a sharp person in Tennessee or in Atlanta or some city where you are not, I highly recommend you go there. Why? Because it's easier to get them to like you and trust you and believe in you to give up the cousin or the mama or the sister so that you can get underneath them. Remember what I'm doing? I'm finding, not building. But I call it building by putting new people in there. But what I'm really doing is finding. We could call it selling, recruiting, and finding, right? But recruiting in width is just so you can. The only reason you do width is to get depth. If you're getting depth, there's no need to get width, except for more money. Does that make sense? Now, by the way, I want to be clear with y'all. We made the rules, in my opinion. Some people may not think so. I think I've made them simpler and more clear. You might even say easier, because with 2 legs, you can build it and move up commission level. You don't have to have 6, right? And by the way, I remember when we put that in and why we put that in. And we thought it was brilliant when we did it. You remember what I said? Whenever somebody does something, they think. So if you're mad at me, just remember, I think I'm doing the right thing. I'm not going like, hey, watch this. This is terrible. They're going to hate this, and I'm going to think it's funny. They hate me. You know what I mean? I'm not you know? Do what?
Laughing at you.
You're laughing at me? You're laughing at me or with me?
Both.
Oh, both.
Just kidding.
Okay, so the commission, look, I'm not outlawing being wide as a fat baby's butt. You can do it. It's highly more profitable, and it opens up depth so you can get promoted. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the higher you get promoted up, then you can hire people and you got a better spread. Duh. There's nothing wrong with that. Cats, it's okay if you hire some more people.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense? But then again, as soon as you hire them, you got to get in depth. You got to find people. So finding them, working with them. So energy, bring the energy. People don't get excited when you ain't excited. Enthusiasm. You know what enthusiasm means? How many knows what it means? I ain't asking you to say it. Just how many you know what it means? Raise your hand, people, if y'all know what enthusiasm means. What does it mean, Soto?
Be fired up, excited.
All right. How many has more of a Greek definition? Adam knows. Raise your hand. I know Marcus knows. Dukes, are you sure you know? Let's hear it, Dukes.
It is God. It is God within us.
God within us. That's what enthusiasm means.
Ethos.
Marcus, is he spiritually correct there?
Spot on, Andy.
Spot on. God inside us, inside me. Enthusiasm. That's what enthusiasm, that's a Greek philosophical, that's my Brian Tracy throwing a Greek philosophical thing and people think he's smart. You're right, Soto. What did you say, Soto? Is what?
I said fired up, excited. I'm Puerto Rican.
Fired up and excited. What did you say?
I said I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not Greek.
Yay. That's funny. Okay. So, if God's inside of you, why do you look so depressed? Does that make sense? Well, so I don't necessarily believe in this God thing. You better go talk to somebody. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. You don't want to go to hell, do you? I think there's an alternative path. To each his own. I wish you Godspeed. Is that a thing? Godspeed? That seems like that's a thing. Isn't that what people say? Okay. You think you got it? We got to find them. We got to be excited. We got to set example. We got to tell them. We got to, hey, I don't know everything. I'm just a beggar telling other people where the food is. I'm just another beggar telling everybody what the food is. I don't know. That's what I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told that this is the way it works. So what I did is, when I was told it, then I would do it. This is my magic formula. Albright, you have a magical, this is what one of my friends told me, said, you have a magical ability to get how people have screwed you and tattooed you and robbed you and beat you and lied to you, stabbed you in the back. What do you call them? What do you call them people that stab you in the back? Them. Judas. Is that it?
Yeah.
Hey, you done had a Judas. You done had a Judas attack. Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
I love this one. I love this one. People think it takes a long time to start a habit. Not if you sit on a hot stove. You don't have to do that 3 or 4 times, do you? That's right. If there's enough pain associated with it, you learn your lesson.
Right.
Instantly. So what was I saying before that? This was good stuff.
Forget.
Huh?
Ability to forget.
Yeah, it ain't my ability to forget. It's my ability to do. I remember. But you can't see that I remember because I'm trusting another person, loving another person, letting another person have access to my belly. Last place you want a person to stick you with a knife is in your belly. So if you expose your belly, right, to people, that's it. That's going to be a worse place to get cut. But I expose my belly again and again and again. They think it's because I don't remember. No, it's because that's what you got to do in business.
Right.
That's the way business works. That's how you get people to move. You can't get people to move by remembering and then not doing. You can remember as long as you do. Does that make sense? Like Ric Flair. I tell a story about Rick. Y'all were laughing the other day when I was talking about that jerk crazy. Ric Flair. He's crazy. And my buddy Don Canota, he told me about Rick. He said, Rick, 4 a.m. every day lifting weights. I don't care how many women he done seen, how many bottles of wine he done drank, how much liquor he done shot. 4 a.m., he'd be in the gym. Does that make sense? That's how he is, might be one of the greatest of all time. I mean, Hall of Famer, you know? And by the way, he bled good. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when the bad guys would hit him, he'd bleed good. He had blonde hair. Imagine Bell. So you hit her right in the head, blood start coming down her hair. You still see it real good. Does that make sense? And he, Nikita Koloff, I can't remember Nikita, but one of the guys was talking and he said, here's what I love about Rick. He said, I had him in a figure four and he said, Rick was like, he's hitting the ground. He said, I barely was doing it to him. I wasn't even doing it, you know. And he said, Rick bled good. You know, like he acted like he was hurt good. You with me? So he made the other guys look powerful and look good. You see what I'm saying? And he came in, he was in my office one day, and Jerk took off his shirt. I wanted to date him. I was like, damn, look at that. Jerk, his arm went right from straight here, straight down to his waist. Just straight down. I was like, what the hell? I was like, there's a fly. What do you call that right there? That, yeah, you have, right there, you can see mine. You can see his. God, it's crazy. And then he went right after, what's her name, Cameron. I was like, Rick, calm down. It's been a fun business. But you can't stop setting the example. You with me? It's just a million stories. Like people say, you ever met him? Are you kidding? He's karate chopped me and knocked me to the ground. So many stories. And we're just getting started, people. Bill, we're just getting started. Marcus, Hartley, Leventoviches. I remember when I learned how to say y'all's name. Bacon and lettuce sandwich. That gets you in the right rhythm. And then you say Leventovich. What say ye? Inspire us. If you're just going to wrap up this call, my time's up, what would you say to them, Leventoviches?
Oh, yeah. We got people hitting the road. Like you said, there's an awakening going on. And it's like we're out there. Just spent 3 days, 4 cities this last week. People out there, they're hungry to see us. People are realizing anybody can sell. Anybody can help a family. We got smart people helping families. And like you said, we got people that can't open a cereal box helping families. Because we got families looking for help. What if it's life? What if it's mortgage protection? What if it's final expense? What's Medicare?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. There's leads everywhere. And it's like, I can't find those. Yes, you can. They're everywhere. And we got leaders that can help you find the leads. And if you're having a problem with that. And so we got cities where people are going to be focused on the next few weeks. Between now and Aruba, it's going to be a busy time. And we're having fun. We're hitting new records with recruiting, new records with personal production, and our leaders going out telling the stories. If you're winning, come on out, tell your story, wag your tail because people want to see it. And we're going to have some fun blowing the roof off this fourth quarter.
He made me feel good. He says people will see my tail wag.
I like it. I like it when Mike talks like that. Keep going.
Shut off the camera here in a second.
I don't know.
Don't you like it, Noel, when girls say, I don't know how to motivate my husband?
Right? I think you know.
I remember a time Jane did that motivational thing. She bought a little pocketbook. She said, what I got in his pocket would motivate me, and at least hers. I was like, God. Chelsea issue paid a big annuity. Megan Wood issued 21,000. 45 apps got issued last week. The only job, I tell you, a job I would not want is her secretaries. She got 2 secretaries. Keeps them busy. She might have 3 by now. Text me, Megan, have you got 3 by now? Wilson issued paid 8. Hutchinson 6 for 12 grand. Karen Harding issued 2 for 11 grand. Maxim got 7 issued. Stephen Maxim. Marcus Somebody tell me how to say Marcus's last name. It's Garoutte. If I'm gonna keep seeing his name, we'll need to say it right. Jake and Bray, 10 grand last week. Woo! 6 applications. Jacob Bell Kraus, 4 for 10 grand. Jonathan and Megan Yakey, 9 for 10 grand. Jose Compton got him 3 for 9 grand. Kelly Haney, 2 for 8 grand. Woohoo! All right. I love y'all. I hope this helps. Well, last thing. Marcus, I know you already do everything perfect, but what are you taking away from this mostly?
That I do nothing perfect, but I thank you for the example that you set for us and the opportunity that you've given me, because I remember that, and I still am that kid who was on food stamps and state assistance, but you still stayed steady in your example and the opportunity. So I want you to know that I appreciate you, and we're going to keep on growing and keep on going.
You remember that story?
Uh-huh.
That's why he stayed so steady through the years. He remembers the good things. If you say, well, it's different with Marcus, Andy, because you've always given him and been nice to him and never did anything. I got, yeah, whatever. He's just better at looking at this book. That's all it is. Did you know that, Marcus?
Yes, I do know that. But I remember when we first talked on the phone, and you asked me to come to Dallas, one of the first things you said to me is, this is going to be a good story someday if you don't quit.
Every time I talk to him, he talks to me about that. And then he don't get mad when something stupid happens. It's huge. It's called attitude. That's great, man. I want to talk to y'all more, but I told you we'd stop at 11. So y'all rock and roll. Thank y'all for the ones that are leaving your house, leaving mommy, leaving daddy, and leaving your puppy dog, and your bed that you're familiar with, and your pillows that are perfect as opposed to the ones in the cheap Holiday Inn. Thank you for leaving. Thank you for being warriors. Thank you for going shake hands and trusting people that might not deserve to be trusted. And thank you for being enthusiastic when you really want to kill somebody. And thank you for being positive and having a great attitude when the insurance carrier has declined the last 17 in a row, and you pretending like they issue everything because you're staying positive. Good job. By the way, quit writing for that company. Write for this one. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for going out there and taking a chance and a risk and making a difference in others' lives. And Mike Marisi, I see you up back there, buddy. Love you, man. Hartley. All right, let's go get them. Let's tack the world. Love y'all. Bye-bye.